Hello, future engineers. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're still new to my channel and you like what I'm doing, please don't forget to share my videos to your friends and to your friends' friends, to your younger brothers and sisters who would want to take up engineering in the future, and to your relatives. That's one way you can keep me going, inspired, and refreshed. Now, if you find my videos interesting and important to your studies, also please don't forget to subscribe. Hello, future engineers, subscribers, viewers, and students. Here is another problem in calculus, and I hope that the way I present the solution and the explanations will be clear to you so that it could help you learn more about the definition of functions and its derivative. So the problem is a very good one, although this is just matching type. So match the graph of each function in A to D with the graph of its derivative in 1 to 4. Give reasons for your choices. So this is the graphs from A to D, which we are going to match with the graphs from the graph of f prime from 1 to 4 is 1. So for A, let's evaluate the tangent at this point here is sloping up to the left, and it is negative with a value which is a bit higher, relatively higher. So that's negative, and this is negative but almost zero, so this couldn't be. It's 2 for graph 2. This is possible. Graph 3, that's positive, so not possible. And graph 4, we have constant value, and this is positive somewhere here, so that's not possible. Therefore, the only possible graph that matches, this is the graph of FA, and the graph of f prime would be this, but we have to continue. So at this point, the tangent is horizontal, so that means f prime is 0, and it is really indeed 0 here because the value of y here is 0. Then at this point, so we have tangent f prime is 0. Then here we have a tangent that is positive value, and it's a finite positive value. So that's why when x is 0, f prime of 0 should be positive, just like this. So to check, then at the highest point, which is somewhere here, the tangent is horizontal, so f prime is 0 again at that point, and it is 0 indeed here. Then finally at this point here, the tangent is again negative, f prime is negative, so that's why we have a negative value here. So no doubt, the if this is f, then the graph of f prime correspondingly would be that of 2. So therefore, this matches with the graph of A. So I hope it is clear. For part B, the slope of the tangent, because this is a straight line, is definitely constant, and it is positive constant. So I just approximate that it is about 1 rise over run. Then here we have undefined f prime because that's a corner just to the left. The slope is about 1. Just to the right, the slope is negative 1. Therefore, it should be hollow somewhere here. And here it should be constant, which is 1. So which matches this one because the f prime is 1 constant somewhere here. Then we have a hollow point, the point of discontinuity, because just to the left the slope is 1, just to the right the slope is negative 1. That's why it is undefined, or discontinuous at that point, and the value is again just to the left is 1. Just to the right up to 0 here, the slope is approximately -1, f prime -1. So from this point to the y-axis, which is x is 0, we have slope which is constant, which I call about -1, and that's it, -1. From 0 to this point, the slope is again -1 because it is just the continuous line. So that's why you have -1 here. Then at this point, we have point of discontinuity again because just to the left, f prime is -1, and just to the right, I approximated the slope to be +1. So that's a point of discontinuity. Then from this point up to this point, the slope, or up to the right, the slope is again f prime is, that's positive slope, that's 1 constant. So therefore, graph of B matches the value of f prime to that of graph 4. So B matches, this is f of x and this is f prime of x for part B. Next, the slope here is almost horizontal but negative, and it increases negatively until it is 0 again here. So it matches with 1 for this part here because the slope is almost 0, almost horizontal but negative. Then it arrives at this point, which is that value there, which is almost the maximum for this part, point of inflection. Then before it goes to 0 here, f prime is 0 at this point. When x is 0, f prime is 0. Just that's why it passes through 0 also there. Then it begins to have positive. It increases up to this point. This is the maximum slope for this interval up to here. So that's why we have a maximum slope there, maximum y. Then the slope decreases, but it is still positive. F prime is almost 0 because this is almost horizontal, but it is positive. So that's why we have y value here, which is almost 0 but still positive. Therefore, graph of C matches, its f prime matches with that graph of 1. So the answer, this is f prime. The f prime of C is this. The graph of f prime of C is that. Then finally, D. So first, the slope here is large, which is positive and large. So that's why it is positive here and large. Then it is 0 at this point. So that's why we have 0 here. It crosses that 0 there. Y is 0. Then we have a portion that is 0 again, but there is a value here which is slope is negative, almost let us say -1, or we just evaluate that it is -1 as long as it is negative somewhere here. Then the slope here is horizontal, the tangent there is horizontal, that's why f prime is 0, that's why it crosses 0 at the origin also. Then the slope from horizontal 0, then it increases positively. So the maximum value is at the point of inflection, which is here, positive slope, so +1 maybe. Then it becomes 0 at the highest point, 0 here. Then finally, the slope is increasing negatively, negative, 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 negative. So the slope from this point down to that point is negative, and it is increasing negatively. So that's why from 0, from this horizontal tangent here, 0, f prime, and the slope becomes negative and it increases. Therefore, no doubt, d, which is f of x, it's the graph of f prime of graph d matches with that of 3. So that's it for this problem. I hope that you were able to understand the explanations and narrations.